Today on Pro Church Daily, we're talking about 7 free summer fonts for churches.
Well, hey there, and welcome to Pro Church Daily, the show where in 10 minutes or less, you're going to get a daily dose of tips and tactics to help your church share the message of Jesus while we try and navigate the biggest communication shift that we've seen in the last 500 years. I'm your host, Alex Mills. I'm joined as always by the boss man. It's Brady Shearer, and today we're talking about 7 free summer fonts for churches.
You're designing a graphic for VBS, for the summer picnic, for the picnic VBS, whatever it might be, summer event at your church, you need a free font.
Yeah.
You need a font that has some summer vibes to it.
And need it to be free.
You need it free. You need it now.
Yeah.
And it needs to be free for both personal and commercial usage.
True.
We've got 7 for you. Downloadable for free. Personal, commercial. If you're the type of person to listen to Pro Church Daily on the podcast, respect. Right. But this might be one of those episodes where you want to head to prochurchdaily.com and find the video for this on YouTube so that you can actually see the fonts that we're talking about. I'm going to do my best to describe them, but I'm not going to be able to do these beautiful and free fonts justice. Let's dive right in. Font number 1, it's called Mattilda.
Yeah.
And this is a script. It's perfect for a summer graphic or slide.
Mm-hmm.
It's got smooth lettering, nice rounded edges, and it's just got that summer vibe that makes you feel good about the warm weather.
I'm a sucker for a good script font. I've been known to overuse script fonts.
As have all churches.
Yeah, so you're speaking my language with this one, but I love it. It's kind of has like that playful element to it, but it's also very strong, good for like a standalone title, like for a church picnic or something. It's great.
Free font number 2, free for both personal and commercial usage. Oxford. Oxford is a serif font. If I had to think of one word to describe this font, I'd use the word regal. And you just said you're a sucker for scripts. Mm-hmm. I am a sucker for serif fonts that, in my mind, are more sophisticated than a script font. And I have been known to create sermon bumpers and take serif fonts and put them in all lowercase and then shrink them down really small because, again, sophistication.
Yeah. If
you can't read it, I'm making you work for it because it's like when you're watching a movie and you're like, I don't know if this is good. Must mean it's good.
Right, yeah.
It's like, I can't really read this. It must be good. And I love using these in sermon bumpers, especially I love using Oxford fonts. Oxford serif fonts. Mm-hmm. This one's called Oxford. I love using serif fonts on photo or video backgrounds that have a really vintage, rich color vibe. Just think it's a nice pairing.
Yeah, this one just seems really elegant to me, but not like over the top, like ornamental. It's really clean, really nice.
At the end of the day, this whole episode is us trying to find adjectives to describe fonts, and I want to give us props there for sophistication, elegant, ornamental. The bishop, Alex Mills, coming through. Free font number 3, Alberto. Yeah. This is a chunky sans serif font. It's a little retro. It's a little vintage. It looks nice in all uppercase, and there isn't much space between each of the letters, which is nice. You get to fit a lot of letters in a small space, so if you have an extra long title, as most churches tend to be a little verbose now and again, Alberto might be a good font to shrink it in there. There's a lot of letters in.
I don't have a ton of descriptive words for this font other than the fact that I do like it a lot, so let's move on to the next one.
I mean, you could just keep saying ornamental about all of them. Number 4, Gilroy, another chunky sans serif. And I chose a number of sans serif fonts for this list, both chunky and or bold. And the reason is I find these fonts are some of the most versatile.
For sure.
You know, a font like Oxford, that serif font, or the first one, Mattilda, a script, or really any script, those can be exceptionally well used, but it's not nearly as versatile as a font, sans serif, big and bold, chunky, great for headlines. And this one is nice. It's unusual for this type of font because I think it looks good in lowercase as well as uppercase. I find that with a lot of these bold, big, chunky fonts that you really want to use only uppercase, like Alberto, for instance. But this one, I think it looks great if you just capitalize the first letter of each word. I forget what it's called, sentence case or something like that. It looks great with the lowercase letters as well. Yeah,
it looks like it's going to be like really multi-purpose, but it also does like hold a bit of weight to it. It doesn't seem too delicate. I like this a lot too. I like all of these fonts.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm going to download them today.
I will download these, and I will use them for my graphics, for my VBS, for my picnic.
Exactly.
For my VBS picnic.
Summer uses,
Free font number 5 is called Hansief and or Hansief. It's a rough, bold sans serif, and it's a little bit distressed, which I like, and it has this gritty and textured look to it, which is really nice. I like these fonts when I'm, there's an event and it's in a barn. Yeah. Or there's an event and it's a men's barbecue.
Right.
And there's fire and there are stereotypical manly things, maybe shooting of some guns,
right?
Maybe grilling of some meats, perhaps driving of some motorbike, quad,
probably lawnmowers.
Vehicles.
It's probably a lawnmower race.
It's a lawnmower small group where you just mow your lawn.
Yeah.
How would you get together for that small group?
I don't know.
This episode of Pro Church Daily is off the rails. So this is a nice font. I like that it has that rough, distressed, textured look.
Yeah, I often I don't lean towards these kind of fonts, and I think they are for very specific uses. But I find that when I do kind of get out of my own little box and try a bigger font like this that has that texture, I really end up liking the result. And so I'm going to go out of my way to try and give this one a shot.
Free font number 6 is Garment District, and even in the example photo for this, there's a pool. It's blue water.
Yeah.
It's a yellow deck. It is super summer, super playful. And again, this is one of those that's going to be perfect for summer. It kind of reminds me of a carnival. I don't know why. I feel like if you were having a church carnival, summer blast, bash sort of thing, that this would be the font to go for.
Yeah, you won't find any straight lines really in this font. Right. It's very curvy, very cursive, really nice.
And finally, the 7th, free font for both personal and commercial usage.
And my favorite.
Your favorite?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, no
Wouldn't
doubt.
have expected that. It's called Tuesday Night. This is another handwritten script. It's kind of prototypical of the style right now. Very, very oversized capital letters and then really, really small lowercase letters to create this extravagant contrast, looping, and because it's your favorite font, tell me why you love it so much.
Well, I have a Wacom tablet or Wacom tablet, however you want to say it, and so it comes with a pen. I use it with my computer for retouching photos. But I will often try and recreate one of these fonts with the tablet, so actually write out the letters by hand, because often I'm looking for a handwritten font, but I can't find one that I love. Either the E is strange looking, or like you said, the capitalized letters just aren't big enough, or they're too big. I feel like this font just hits it in every category for a handwritten script font. For me, I love the size of those capital letters and the lowercase letters. They flow so well. I love the style of the handwriting. I think it's perfect, and it's free.
And those are 7 free fonts perfect for summer type of things. And all of these fonts were found from a number of different lists of even more free fonts. So if you're looking for even more than 7, both of those, one came from Flywheel, which is a website hosting company that we use. They often put out these free font lists. And another came from a company called Easel. The first 4 fonts came from the Flywheel list. The remaining 3 fonts came from the Easel list. So if you're looking for even more free fonts, for usage within your church, we'll have those lists linked in the show notes. And that'll do it for this episode of Pro Church Daily. We'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Pro Church Daily. We'd love it if you subscribe to this channel so you get all other episodes of Pro Church Daily.
And if you like this video, why don't you take your cursor, find the like button, give it a good smash.
Smash it. Thanks for watching.